Trying to take off from the sand was the biggest mistake I did with this quadcopter. Sand went into the motors and it got jammed, and sometimes it becomes very unpredictable even though it's still spinning. But during the third try, when I managed to take off from the bench, it was okay when I was hovering, but when I took off, it landed into the sea because I think one of the props wasn't turning well, so the whole quadcopter went sideways. You can see from the OSD, from the goggles, as you can see here, it turned sideways and it just went straight into the water. Removing every board and clean it up. Make sure there's no wetness or any oxidation on the copper tracks. Also removing sand. My mistake is to take off from sand. All the sand went into the props, and that is the direction of the demise of this Cygnet, because when the sand gets into the prop, it becomes unstable, and that's my mistake. After bringing Cygnet home, I have to put it in a Ziploc bag full of silica gel. I'm going to leave it inside here for a couple of days. See if it really can absorb all the moisture and I don't know about the salt, but that's why I'm afraid if the salt doesn't get into the circuit, that would be a miracle. To dry the parts of this drone, I got one of these drying agent dry tag, which is good. You can just plug it into the wall and leave it in the wall for maybe 6 hours until the color of these beads turn to blue, which is dry. Blue means dry. And then I put the Cygnet into a bag. Okay, I put it inside the bag and wrap it up and leave it for 5 days, just maybe 3 to 4 days, and then open it up and start removing the screws, clean the boards with a brush, especially the oxidation that is created by the electricity that attracts the salt water, because this is seawater. So after cleaning it up, the boards are now looks quite new and clean. Okay, now is the time that I need to plug it in and hope that it powers up. Before we power up, I think it's for safety, we better remove the props. So I'm just going to remove all the props. Okay, the next step after removing the propellers, I'm going to do everything simultaneously, which means I'm going to turn on the remote, and then I'm taking my goggles, plugging in an external supply because my supply here is depleted. I'm going to record on the goggles. Okay, recording. Okay, I put it aside. Now I need to connect a smoke stopper to make sure that on the safe side it does not smoke up because of all the cleaning and so forth. I am so anxious and excited to see if it works. On the other hand, make sure it's off first. Yes. Let's connect this battery and be prepared to turn it off. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, on. No lights. Smoke stopper is okay. No video. That's strange. Okay, never mind. Let's turn on the motors. Oh, it's turning, except one. Okay, so this motor is not working. Well, I have changed this motor, but the VTX doesn't seem to be working. So I'm going to stop recording. Next thing I need to do is to clean the motors. You need to remove the stator from the rotor, but it is held on by a C-clip. So first I think we need to remove the C-clip. I put it inside this box so that in case I lose any screws or small parts, it will be contained within the box. So it's wise to put in a box to do this. So first we remove, this one. Okay, remove the hex nuts, 4 of them. Okay, then with a tweezer, make sure you pinch it. Okay, let me go closer. Okay, so make sure that I clip it out. Okay, once you have got the C clip out, put it in a prominent place. Then you need to screw back the motors with the original nuts. Don't tighten it too tight until all 4 screws are already in. Box. Three, third one, and the 4th one. Okay, now just give it some finger tightness, not too tight. Okay, then you need to put on the props. Okay, why you need to do this, I'll show you later. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, now you need to hold on to this arm and hold on to the propellers and pull it. It's going to be very tight. It's going to be really tight. Is that like? Oh! Finally, it's out. Okay, I believe there's some rust in there. So rust is magnetic, so it may stick on the magnets. So you need to get things like some sticky stuff that won't create any stickiness. The best type of stuff would be the glue tack material. Okay, put it inside and use your put inside and use your tweezer to move around it to stick all the rust that is created by the salt water. Okay, it may not be too much on these magnets. Okay. Okay, on the other side. Let's have a look. Looks clean. And now we do this with the stator. Okay. Stator, you can just stick it on it. You can see the rust stick on it. Okay, on all sides. Okay, make sure everything is out. You don't feel any more rust on the stator. Okay, put the blue tag aside. Now we're going to gently put back the rotor onto the stator. Make sure it doesn't spring back too much because it is magnetic. Okay, and then just tug it slightly in and push it to the end. Okay, my props are bent. Okay, never mind. These are good props, PC material. Now you can feel that it's very smooth. Now you just need to remove the 4 nuts and put back the C-clip. Make sure you don't lose this C-clip because I don't have any spare. Okay, after putting in the C-clip and the propellers, just try it out. I think it's not that bad. A bit of roughness still, but well, that's it. This is how you clean the propellers of the Cygnet 3-inch quadcopter. One way to confirm if it's the motors problem or the ESC problem, after cleaning up the motors of all the rust, I put it back and still the front motor didn't turn. Only the back one turned. Both of these back ones turned and the front ones just twitched. Okay, so now I'm going to arm it. You can see the front one twitches. So same thing for here, it twitches. So you can see that I have swapped the motors of the front one to the back ESC, and now it's turning. So it concludes that the front ESC, this tree is not working. Okay, so right now I've already soldered the front motor to the back ESC, just to see if it's an ESC fault or the front motor's fault. So let me power up the quadcopter. Okay, and my transmitter is already ready, it's already on. I just need to arm it, that's all. And let's see. Yes, see? The motors are turning. So it's not the motor's fault. It's the fault of the ESC, the two front ones that are damaged. So which means the whole board have to be changed. Okay, guys and girls, this is my conclusion on the repair and diagnostics of the Cygnet tree which fell from into the sea. So after diagnosis, I found out that the VTX is actually working because there is a OSD coming onto my goggles, but there is no video only. So the fault is in the Runcam Split Mini too. So I'm going to change that one to another one, because no point buying the same brand or model. I will evaluate a new one. So I've just ordered a Cadex Tarsier 4K, and I'm going to mount it into this Cygnet tree once it's arrived. Also about the motors, you can see that the motors are actually working. After I swapped the ESC from the back to drive the front motors, front propellers. So the problem lies on the ESC board. So I ordered an ESC board for about $30, and I also ordered two extra motors for the front, because the front motors, the two of them are not so smooth. Even after I left it for a couple of days, the motors get rusty again and it starts to jam up. So I ordered two more front motors, but I ordered a different brand. I ordered a Race Star, which is half the price of the GepRC. I'm going to try it out. It seems that the wires for the motors are thicker than the GepRC. Hopefully it can deliver more current to the motors and keep it more consistent. Also, I think because of the sand that fell into the motors that got jammed up during the second takeoff, that resulted in the whole quadcopter falling into the sea. Remind yourself that whenever you have to take off in the beach, put a launch pad so that you launch from that pad, and when you land, or try to land on stone or something else, so that this quadcopter or any quadcopter that you're flying will not experience having sand in their motors, and this may cause it to jam and go crazy, and you may behave you will not behave according to what you expect it to do. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned something from it. Do give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Click on the subscribe button later on, and also click on the notification bell to receive my future videos. Thank you.